How you doing?
Good. Got off work.
I forgot you have a job.
I have a job now.
That's right. What is it you're doing again? You're doing mail? You're doing postal?
No, it's like I work for like a distributing company, and they basically supply a bunch of people with stuff, I guess. So like a lot of like shipping vessels and things like that. And it's all Alaska, part that I work for. So like I was like, hey, do some of these, are these boats that are like on the deadliest catch or anything? Like, is that a dumb question? And they don't, because those boats are too small. But if you ever watch that show, which I used to do like a long time ago, sometimes they go and shop at stores in Alaska and things like that, and a camera crew follows them, and we give those stores like stuff. So sometimes the stores they go into, those will be our customers and things like that. So it's all just like Alaska, but it's like Trident, like a big one, like the fishing boat company, and there wasn't too many. Like Trident sounded familiar. Peter Pan Seafood, you could do like tuna and stuff like that. So like that's another big one. But a lot of them are way smaller than that. And I don't know anything about Alaska, so I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I've never been there. I've never been up there. I know people that live there, which is crazy. Who went to West High with me? They live there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just wild.
I remember people would go there for jobs because of like the oil jobs, like in Bakersfield and stuff. Like sometimes they would go up there. I remember people would go up there and work on rigs and stuff like that or whatever. So there's like a weird transition where people, like Bakersfield's one of those places that people go to, and then Alaska's one of those. So like I almost took a job in Alaska when I was like 19 or 20 or something like that, and it was one of these jobs where you would have been underground for like 6 months or something crazy.
Doing what?
Yeah. It was like monitoring equipment. I don't really like remember exactly. I remember I worked at Blockbuster Video, and some guy had come in and we were talking about his job, and he did this job, and I remember looking it up on whatever website he gave me, and like they fly you up there, and it's like, and you get to bring like all sorts of stuff because you're basically like cut off and you're supplied with things, but it's like months at a time. Maybe it wasn't 6 months, maybe it was like 3 months to like 6 months or something like that. But it was like you were like shut in. It was really weird. But I don't remember what the deal was. I wasn't I mean, I don't know if I was qualified for it, but like it wasn't anything that I didn't have to go to school for it or something. It was But so Alaska's I wouldn't mind going up there now. I want to kind of check it out because we're so close to Canada that we've gone up to Vancouver and stuff, and that's like really cool. But like, I know Alaska's way different, but it's kind of similar, I guess, in a way. Like, I know with the quarantine, you can't go to Canada, so you can go to Alaska because it's the America still. But I don't know anything about it. It just sounds really cold, even when it's not. Even when it's the summertime, it looks like it's really cold. It's like serial killer country and shit. Like people just go up there to get away from everything and like murder people.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say about Seattle.
Seattle, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Have you seen
like where the Manson family came from or something?
Really? No, I didn't know that. Did you hear Manson recently died in Bakersfield?
No, he was in Porterville though. I know that.
He died at Kern Medical Center.
Okay, no shit.
Yeah.
God, when did he die there? 'Cause I feel like I did hear that. Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, maybe. I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Yeah. I have a buddy of mine was in jail with him. He was in prison with him. Talked to him, stuff like that. It was weird because I was like, I think it was before we were in hooker shit, and it wasn't that long after high school, and I had a friend who he went to prison. A lot of people. Manson was there for like years. He was there forever.
Yeah. I didn't even know that till recently. I was watching the news, and it was They were showing all that he was like his whole, when he died, they showed his whole like prison record, like his prison time and where he was staying at. I didn't know he was so close to Bakersfield the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't know that forever either. And my my stepdad, he worked for Amtrak and used to drive trains. And one of the things that he always mentioned was they always picked up prisoners from Porterville and places like that or whatever. I didn't know that either. I didn't know we had like such a big personality up there. You think he would be in? I don't even know. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah, same, exactly same mind thought. Like, yeah, just wild to know that like if he like escaped, we'd be on the lookout.
Yeah, dude, totally. Yeah. So sometimes I don't know any really, but like Bakersfield's got some good murders. I feel like, and some good criminals, but like I don't really know. I feel like it's mostly really old, but I feel like we heard one the other day on a murder podcast that we were listening to, and it was someone. Was it Merle Haggard had a house in Bakersfield, and I think he sold it, and then whoever he gave it to was like a serial killer or something like that.
Who's that one who got caught up recently because of his one of his family members put him up for like the 23andMe?
The fucking wasn't it the Golden State Killer?
Golden State, that's right, Golden State Killer. That's a wild story right there.
Yeah, yeah. We actually had listened to. You know that lady who wrote a book about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but isn't that Patton Oswalt's ex-wife?
Yeah.
That's how I found out about it. Well, I heard about it happening, and then Patton Oswalt was like on Jimmy Kimmel, or he was on one of those shows, or Conan O'Brien, and I just happened to turn it on, and he was like talking about how his wife helped catch the killer because of this book that she was writing, and he helped finish the book. And yeah, that was an interesting side story to that story, I thought.
Oh, it's so crazy because it was months after she died or something they caught him, and she's been working on that for like years.
Yeah,
and like friends with like the police and all this other and investigators. Yeah. So she spent all this time on it and then died, and then they fucking got him, which is still really cool that they got him. But yeah, it's such a bummer. Yeah. It's like, oh, damn, dude. And we listened to the audio book, and there's a lot of info. It's crazy they didn't like catch that guy and stuff. And there was like, I think at the time it was like also there was kind of like a mix of what people. It's funny listening to those old stories because or a lot of those really old ones that I think you dated back into the 70s, definitely the 80s, and other people were doing stuff too. Like other people were other serial killers or people doing crime, like serial criminals were like doing stuff, and the police weren't like sharing information with each other, and everyone was like kind of on the run. So like people weren't putting anything together for like ever, and it slowly progressed from like breaking into people's houses and burglarizing them to like murdering them, over 2 decades or something stupid before he kind of disappeared. So yeah, so like. Yeah, listening to like one of my favorite podcasts on that stuff is like My Favorite Murder, and they haven't heard it's pretty good, and they go over a lot of old stuff, and a lot of those cases are like there's a lot of fuck ups, there's a lot of police fuck ups and all sorts of shit, and you're just like, and then like 40 years later they solved it, or something. You're like, Jesus Christ, like
yeah, ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah. Because like I definitely believe that that's the thing, that people can really just fuck up really, really, really bad. And like all these institutions like the FBI, you think they're all on top of stuff, but like they're not. They're not. Like, I mean, they are on some levels, right, for sure, but like they fuck up.
Yeah, and that's something that looking back at these serial killers, like seeing all the shit they did, like this Golden State Killer.
So bad. It's like some of it's like, hey, I'm calling you. Here's my fucking name and everything, and like still can't catch the guy because they're just like, no, whatever, like stop walking around. And it's really sad. A lot of that stuff's really, really sad because it's like a lot of evidence was like really easy or easily overlooked. And then, like 50 years go by or something, or 30 years go by, and this family's been like ruined by this murder, and then something miraculously, someone goes through the old cold case and realizes some shit didn't match up, or some phone record, and you're just like, what? Like, oh my god, dude! Like, what were they doing back then? And solves it, at least. So that's the good part. They usually solve it, but I'm sure a million other cases don't get solved because no one wants to put in the time or whatever it is. But
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's brutal because you're already listening to a murder, and then you have to listen to that shit, and just like, oh. Like if you got murdered and that's what happened to your family. Like,
oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
You remember when we played this one? We were playing with those guys sometimes that were like, God, I just forgot their names. It was like the band names were like the dad from Carl Winslow was one of the band names.
Carl Winslow?
And, yeah.
I don't remember that.
And, oh man. Maybe I'm mixing up the shows, but it was like some weird bar that like it was like in like South 8th or some bullshit or something that like I'd never been there before, and I was just
one of the last shows I did with you guys was like in the hood, in this little last room.
Like, yeah, it was. I'd never go out there, and
it was like someone's living room, and then right, but it was like inverted into a bar, and it had like all the bar signs and stuff, but it was literally one room, one way in. When you go outside and smoke, and you're out there just chilling, like in between, like it's like literally there's apartment doors right there.
I think so. I think that's the same place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's really bizarre, dude. Yeah. And you guys, like, it's funny because you guys were talking about this movie that, like, it just, like, it, like, haunts, like, my brain. And I never watched this movie. And it's probably, you guys probably think it's really stupid, honestly. Oh, man. And I feel like I could remember this name almost forever, but now, of course, I can't. It was the one where there was, like, a weird kind of, like, I guess, I almost remember it. Anyway, it's like a weird movie where the people in it had like weird, like not, I don't know how to say it, like not sexual problems. They had very, very, like what the lady was like a mutant, had like a mutant like vagina or something.
Okay, my brother was definitely there.
Okay.
My brother is the one who loves this movie. It's called Bad Biology. It was on Netflix for the longest time. That's so crazy. You remember this?
It fucked me up. Like,
you saw the movie?
Part about the guy. No, I never even watched it.
Oh, if you saw the movie, you'd laugh your ass off. It's like Gremlins or like Leprechaun or something. It's like that kind of a movie where it's
okay.
It's gross, but it's corny as fuck at the same time.
It's one of those things that like just got me. Like, and as the guy who's like injecting stuff into like his dick.
Yeah. Like, wow.
But yeah, like it's corny. It's like it's not like it's like, but just that idea stuck with me, and I hate it. And I just like it. Just like I had like a nightmare about that one time. Like it was low.
Oh my gosh! And you never seen the movie?
No, because
so it's just your head just taking. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Or maybe it was your brother, but I could have sworn your cousin was also.
He was probably there. He was probably there. Yeah,
I just remember hanging out with him. Yeah, and I do remember. Yeah, I remember hanging out with him in the Element Lounge. And God, I feel like that reminded me of some other dumb thing.
That's so crazy. You remember that? We were just talking about that movie, me and somebody. That's so crazy.
My sister's got a problem with that because usually like I'm fine with all that sort of shit. And that disturbed me that I didn't realize I didn't realize I was gonna be like that. And it just reminded me, I think, to my sister. I love doing it to her where she hates the human centipede. That messes her up. And so if I can drop that into the conversation, I will. But yeah, that was that weird ass bar. And yeah.
My brother's into all that shit. He's even into that. Like, he was teaching me about this movie. You probably know about it. It's called The Audition.
Oh, I have not seen that actually. Yeah.
But have you heard about it at all? Like the actual movie?
I had just heard it's fucked up. But
it's real. That one is real. Like everything you see in that movie is real. So like whenever they're doing fucked up things, they're really doing it. It's like
no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the fucked up part about it.
Have you watched it?
Yes. It's been probably like I hadn't seen it in years when I met you. Like I hadn't seen it in years. Like I haven't watched it in that long. Over almost 20 years maybe.
I remember when that was a thing, and I was probably just a little bit older than you or something. And I remember one of my roommates' girlfriends or something said it was good. I hadn't seen it though, but like I would watch it. Fucking haircut. But yeah. God.
Yeah, that was not bad at all. Like I mean, from what I remember watching that movie, and then we watched Battle Royale. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, I like Battle Royale.
I saw them all around the same time. Battle Royale and then Battle Royale 2. We watched all those movies around the same time.
That one's pretty good. I really enjoyed that one actually. I think that one was one of those movies that got really hyped up when I watched it. So I was kind of like, oh, that's good. Like I liked it, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But like, yeah, that's a fun one. Did they make a remake of that or something? Or
I think Hunger Games was supposed to be I think that's what they were talking about. Like it's like a similar type of situation.
Yeah. Did you ever see the original Old Boy?
No, I'm not.
Yes, that's good. You should see that, and it's got some like it's also a little fucked up, but it's like it's got some really cool action, like, and I guess it was based off a comic or a manga or whatever you call it.
Oh, okay.
I always want to say manga.
I always say that, yeah. I say that too, manga.
I used to do that just to like bug my niece. She was super into anime, or so is. But yeah, like it's there's a scene in it because this won't ruin it because watching it's just really cool. So there's a scene where the main guy's eating like a live octopus, and it's like live, and it's just like really weird and like all like coming out of his mouth and like wrapping around him and all like strange and stuff. And it's a cool story too. And that one was on Netflix for a while. I haven't seen. They made a remake with Josh Brolin. I haven't seen it, but yeah, the original one's like.
Hold on, you're cutting. Something's wrong with your mic. So Old Boy.
Anyway. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really weird, and it's like he doesn't know like why things are happening to him, and he's trying to figure it out. And yeah, it's pretty good. If you ever see it, I guarantee you, it's like a cool movie to watch.
Do you know what year that was around? Like what year it was made? 60s, 70s?
I think it was like early 2000s. I think
the original.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was like an old movie.
No, I mean, I think the oldest it would be the late 90s.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, the new one has Josh Brolin in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen the previous. I haven't even seen that one. But I heard it's a really good movie.
Yeah. It's 2003.
Oh, wow.
It's I just had it. It's like a Korean movie or a Japanese movie or it's something like I don't know any of the people.
That's why I haven't heard of it. I thought it was an American movie made. I was like Tom Cruise or some shit. I didn't know. I get it now. No, it's a foreign film.
Yeah, it's a foreign film, and then years later they did do an American version with Josh Brolin, but I hear it's not as good as the other one. Okay. And the fight scenes are cool too. They're like those really long, like one shot scenes, one take scenes where it's just like this 5-minute fight scene with no cuts in it or something, and he's just like, it's like, did you ever see Daredevil on Netflix?
The show? No, never.
Okay. I haven't really watched it either, but I guess they basically do the same fights in it or whatever. But these guys kind of did it first or whatever. Did you ever listen to the new Queens of the Stone Age album?
No.
It's so good.
When did it come out?
Oh, man. 3 years ago now?
What's it called?
It's kind of old. It's called Villains. It's funny. Like when we used to jam and stuff. Like I used to like some of their stuff, but like I didn't get super into them. And then Lily was really into them. I feel like I had a couple Queens of the Stone Age albums, and they were like okay. And then She was really into them when we started listening to them. And then like their album, they have an album called Like Clockwork that came out, and it's really good. It's really good. But like, yeah, they're one of those bands I had to kind of give them another listen. And his lyrics are super good. They're really good.
Honestly, the only album I've ever heard is their first one. And I don't know why I haven't heard any more, but that first album was fucking rock solid.
Yeah.
That first album, man.
They're unique. Like I think they're pretty and they're good live. They're amazing live. Like all that shit sounds so much better live. Because that was one of the things about the album was like it's good or I like it, you know. And they have their own like unique style and stuff. And but then hearing them live, I was like, holy shit! Like that's like so much better for some reason. It's like made to be loud. And I feel like sometimes that happens. Like I used to hate the Ramones until I listened to like a live album, and they played way more like punk style. It wasn't just like that really boring studio 4/4 kind of, you know, slowness. And then I was like, oh, okay, I got fucking clicked or something. But yeah, they make some interesting stuff. You should check out one of their new songs. It's called "Head Like a Haunted House," and that's a really fun video. It's really stupid, and it's just like it's got some really good lines in it. Like, of course, I can't think of any. I can't think of any. I can't put them together, but like that's a really fun one. The lyrics are good too.
Is that on Villains?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you could just like YouTube it or something. Yeah. What do you? What have you been listening to? What are you into?
Lately, honestly, oh my God. I'm listening to a lot of Green Day and a lot of Blink-182.
Oh, really?
My son, man, 7 months old, he will only go to sleep to like rock guitars. And like, so I play like Foo Fighters and I put 90s rock on, and like Third Eye Blind will come on. And he, like, if I put rap, he gets pissed. He starts to cry. But if I put on rock music, like guitar, he just falls asleep. So Green Day is an album. One of the Green Day albums I used to really, really, really used to love is called Insomniac. That's like the only album I know front and back. I know that album like completely, and so I play that one on loop sometimes, just to get him to. It's an instant nap timer. Like he'll go to nap real quick. So I play that nonstop. So lately I've been listening to that album a lot. And he likes, like, we'll play on that radio station. It's like, I think it's Green Day Radio. They don't play any Green Day. They play everything else.
You get like one Green Day song, and then it's everything else.
For a week probably, I didn't hear one Green Day song. I'm like, what's going? Like, I was like, what radio is this? They'd go off into some weird thing.
I don't listen to that. Fuck. I've been listening to more punk stuff. Like lately, I've been listening to like the Vandals. Oh, you know what I was really listening. You know, it's funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I clicked. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, that came on the other day, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's.
Wait, let me say.
It was your birthday.
Let me just say, yeah. So it was my birthday yesterday, and you sent me, what's it called? Happy Birthday. It's just called Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. You sent me Vandals. Happy Birthday by the Vandals. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. Yeah, and I was like, it was just funny because it was like the only person that liked it was Nick. I'm like, yeah, no one else gets it. But I'm like, fuck you. They're like, what the fuck?
Right. I forgot we even played that song. Yeah.
Oh my. Same here. Like I was telling you, my cousin and Big Balls. Like I completely forgot about that. Like that's something that I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
But the Vandals, we did what's the other one? TSOL. Like we did so many crazy songs. We did a lot of songs.
We did. We had a shit ton of covers. I feel like at one point we could at least play for 3 hours. I feel like one time we timed it with all of our shit, and we could just and we did it that night. I feel like, and yeah. Something like that, because like it was just like we could do because we had like a shit ton of Misfit covers, we had like all this older stuff, then we had like the Hooker Spit stuff, and then just like shitting. I don't think we could play continuously nonstop for 3 hours, but we can kind of like fuck around a little bit and still have a ton of fucking songs that we knew at the time.
And there's some we didn't even have titles to. I remember the one you made.
Yeah.
at the end, and then there was one I learned during like my year with you guys. It was one that we learned together. I forget what it's called. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, so many.
We had that shit recorded for the most part too.
We should do reunion.
Dude, yeah, because I feel like that'd be cool too. You know, because if anything, it would probably be really easy to relearn anything that we forgot. Because it's like,
yeah, let's put a set list together. It's like the old rockers do probably. Just put a set list together, and I'm sure it'll all fall back. You know, it'll all fall into place. You know what I mean? I mean, if we practice it, I'm not just going to jump out and do it in front of everybody. But it'll all fall into place, and then we just be like, "Hey, remember this? Oh, my bad." And then just, you know, switch it up from there. You know,
right? I'd be totally down. That'd be fun.
You gonna get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X?
Yes.
Which one? Point. Which one are you getting first?
Well, shit, right? What are they both, like $500 each or something?
Yeah, for like the main one, yeah.
God, I don't know. I'm so stuck with like Xbox in a way that I'm like, I'm probably gonna get one at some point. I'm so like used to it, you know. So, but yeah, like for $500 or whatever. Like I remember like didn't the old PlayStation I think was maybe it was $400, but then they dropped the price on it. So maybe they'll do that again, and it'll get like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that might be it. Just everyone who buys it first time was gonna get fucked.
What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta go soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go. My timer's going off soon.
But, well, hey, you play Call of Duty though, right?
Yeah, man. I'm not that great, but I do play. Yeah, I play on PlayStation. You play on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how to hook up with you that way, but we should do that.
Yeah, because it's cross-platforming, but like, yeah, I never do it. No. We should do that. I have Warzone downloaded on PlayStation, so we should be able to play maybe even on PlayStation.
Yes,
I fucking hate using the controllers though for PlayStation.
Okay, well, if you want to get an Xbox, and we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. I don't know how it would work when it comes to. You probably couldn't chat, but you can play.
Yeah, it's like you got to do game chat or something. You can't do party chat, I think is what it is.
Okay. Maybe within the game. Okay. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, because I've done it with a couple people before, and like one dude will be on PlayStation, my friend's like buddy or whatever.
Oh, so you've done it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's possible.
But I don't know how to do it. Like, I didn't do it myself. I just joined up.
I can figure it out. I'll figure it out.
You can't hear him.
If you can do it, we'll figure it out because I can just Google it and I'll test it out. I'll test it out.
Okay, cool. All right, then.
Cool, man.
But yeah. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for this. It was good talking to you, and we really got to do this again because I feel like there's so much to say and there's not enough time.
I know. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, we can totally keep doing this. So, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, Alex. Good talking to you, and I'll see you later.
All right, man. You too. Take it easy.